So welcome back to another episode of Street Switch Photography. I've found a lefty group. All the lefties have found a Facebook group they can go to and all slag off the far right and everything else, even though there's very few that exist. Let's roll the intro. So welcome back to another episode of Street Switch Photography. I've been busy surfing the internet. I went downtown earlier on today to actually go and have a look at the memorial in the Memorial Gardens, the War Memorial, and straightened out all the wreaths and everything else. If you want to go and see that, it's actually live on YouTube now. I thought I'd show you this. I found this group, and I've actually become a member of it. And it's called UK Meets the Tyrants. Everyone welcome. Now, what this group actually is a group on Facebook where all the lefties can come along and slag off all the auditors and basically run reviews on the auditors. So, in effect, auditing the auditors. Now, some of the things this group, I'm not slagging this group off 100% because some of them have actually revealed some things about some of these auditors that is actually quite worrying. Some of these auditors, and they actually turn auditors against each other. And I'd like to make it clear, I am not no auditor. I'm not an auditor. I'm not a journalist. I'm a say it as I see it type of person. I see something, I say it, and that's it. That's all I do. So don't shoot the messenger. Anyway, here we go. We've got these anonymous posts, and they're all anonymous because we know what lefties like to do. They like to stay anonymous because they cover the faces in public and everything else. And they start to basically say things about people like Billy Moore. Now, Billy Moore is a really nice guy. He's helped more homeless people out on the streets in Manchester than what any of these idiots have done on this group. And I'm telling you now, he would slap the living daylights out of most of these people on this group. This guy has got a lot of experience. He has been through a hell of a lot in his life. And there's a lot of people on this group actually slagging him off. I'm surprised he hasn't seen it. I'm surprised he hasn't piped in and actually waded in and said something. Maybe he doesn't care because he's got better things to do. But I thought that I'd have a look at some of the comments on here and actually highlight this page. Maybe it will get more traffic after I've done this. Who knows? But let's have a look anyway and see what we can actually find. So this is Billy Moore. He's got a YouTube channel called All or Nothing. Shout out to Billy. I actually like the guy. He helped somebody who was previously known as Crutchy, who is now off of the drugs and straightening his life out. He helps a lot more people out. He's done a lot for charity. He's got a lot of experience. He's got books out. If you want to go and see some of those books, I think they're available on Amazon. So anyway, here we have some posts. You can read these as we go through. Some of the comments I've read on here, some of them amusing, some of them damn right disgusting. But we've got somebody here, David Smith, for instance. Billy is a top bloke who has had had it hard himself. This is what I was talking about when I say he's been in prison and stuff like that. He is a top-notch guy, and he's basically changed his life around because he wanted to. So I've got the utmost respect for Billy Moore. Billy is a genuine guy, not like Veach. Charlie Veach, he's another YouTuber, basically the godfather of auditing, if you want to put him like that. Auditing came around roughly around the COVID area, and what people were doing was taking cameras to industrial estates, like, for example, DJ Audits, DJE Media. He's one of what we're talking about in a few minutes, and a few others. And basically antagonizing people, what I would class as antagonizing people. But some of these people, some of these auditors are actually really good at what they do. They do not antagonize. They'll stand outside with a discreet camera outside a factory talking about that factory, and you'll get some idiot come out who thinks they know all about, photography law and everything else and start having a go at them. They won't ask questions and find out what's going on. So it works both way round, really. Now, I did try auditing in the beginning. It wasn't for me. It was not for me. I just found myself sort of getting into arguments I didn't need to get into. And I just didn't like doing it. Like I said, it just antagonizing people. Now, if I'm out in town and I'm stood at a political market stall and recording the political market stall and recording people's reactions to that market stall being their example, Reform, Labour, Tory, and recording their reaction to the people that are on that stall, because I've seen some pretty horrible stuff. That's a little bit different to auditing, isn't it? I'm just basically recording everybody's actions, and I'm a street photographer. That is where my abilities lay. But to have a go at Billy Moore, a lot of people saying he's a genuine bloke. So I personally don't think Billy has actually got anything to worry about whatsoever. But then we come down the feed a little bit and we get people like this. This is, they call themselves the Lesbian Cartel. It's a pair of, I think they're partners. They're lesbians. They call themselves the Lesbian Cartel and everything. They hang around with somebody called English Ned, who is a recent street, I would call him a street journalist. He's loud, he's obnoxious. It is what he is. And I think he's got history too with prison and things like that. But everybody has history. And this page just likes to rip people apart. Now, what these people do is they'll go around recording homeless and drug addicts on the streets. Now, you've got to look at this from both sides. That could be seen as taking advantage of vulnerable people on the streets doing this type of thing in public. And that is the way a lot of these lefties will see it. Now, when these sort of lefties are saying this and, you know, all the rest of it, I don't see them buggers helping them, do you? I don't see them putting down their Palestinian flag or their Stop Racism flag or their Socialist Party, you know, newspapers to go over and help this guy out. And why don't, if you've got a spare room, let him stay with you? Do you know what I mean? I don't see them helping out. Now, what the idea of it is, and this was an idea, was that they would approach these people taking heroin and stuff like that in the streets, and they'll show them what they are doing, and people will take note of what it is they're doing. And normally that will shock that person into getting themselves some help, like Crutchy. Charlie Veach antagonised Crutchy for years. And then in came Billy Moore and helped him. Now, Charlie and Billy are friends. They've got different opinions. They've got different views. They do things differently. But both of them, in a way, helped Crutchy. I think his name's Anthony. But yeah, this is the Lesbian Cartel. Now, well, there's no comments on this one yet. But it says here, taking the piss out of all the protesters. Well, I'd take the piss out of them Palestinian protesters. I thought there was a ceasefire over in Gaza. They're all over here giving it the big large every weekend and causing trouble, and there's a terrorist organisation called Palestine Action. I don't think you've got any room for manoeuvre when it comes to this sort of thing. And I bet half of these buggers that are commenting on here, especially the ones, anonymous ones with no balls, well, we don't know if they've got balls nowadays, do we? Because the LGBTQ 4K bullshit that goes around, but they've got no backbone, no minerals. They're yellow cowards. Come onto this group and make horrible, disgusting comments about people. So I thought I'd highlight this group. And what I'd like you to do is go over and join this group and go and have some fun. Go and ask some questions. Ask these people some questions like this here. Look, we've got Starve the Grifters. So we've got a turd, Charlie Veach. I don't know who this guy is. Oh, I know who he is. There's Ned and there's Billy Moore. Now, these people would have got absolutely no coverage if it wasn't for these auditors, and the fact that these auditors are now running the show with the BBC, been proven to have been absolute, do nothing but sodding lie to the general public. Everybody on this group will watch the BBC, Channel 4, Channel 5, mainstream media, and basically believe everything that they are told because they're easily brainwashed, they're easily led, and that's the way it is. Now, we'll carry on down the list. This one was DJE Media. Now, I believe he has actually got some sort of order on him. Now, I know that he was having a bit of beef with AY Audits, and AY Audits revealed a bit of information about DJE Media. He doxed him. I won't be doing that. I'm not going to be doxing anybody because I'm not like that. But he doxed him live on YouTube. So DJE Media did a response video and doxed AY Audits. They doxed each other. Now, they both have history. They've both got history, again, like most of these auditors have. If I was doing audits, which I don't do, I've always been the type of person to sort of say, well, if I've got no bleeding skeletons in my closet, there's nothing you can say about me that's going to shock anybody. And that's the way I've always been, completely transparent. There's anything anybody throws at me, I'll turn around and I'll own it. It's as simple and as plain as that. And when you sort of hold yourself to account for things that you've done in the past that you've done wrongly, and you can say you did them wrongly and hold your hands up to it, there's not a lot really anybody can do. And that's what some of these auditors should have done in the first place. Now, there was another auditor. I can't remember if it was something audits. I can't remember which one. It could have been AJ. It could have been any of those with a J on the end, was found to have been a groomer. Now, this is where this sort of page will come in handy to find out what these auditors are all about and actually run some information on them and everything else. That's where I agree with it. Now, don't worry, I'm not turning into a lefty, but it has its function, doesn't it? This page has a function. And I think that this page is probably needed just without half the horrible gits that are on there from the far left. Again, easily hijacked. The same as they like to call us far right because we was hijacked or whatever it is they like to make you believe. But yeah, it's an absolutely disgusting page. We'll go back up to the DJE Media one and have a look at some comments on that one. Rather not, thanks. Let's have a look. What's it say? Always check and see if you're subscribed to the official DJE Media YouTube channel. If it ain't official, at the end of it, it's an imposter. So DJE Media, welcome to our official channel. So it sounds to me like there are other channels. So in a way, they're doing DJE Media a bit of a favour here. I'd rather not, thanks. AN, imposter. Great patriot you are. I don't think half these lefties even know what a bleeding patriot is. They don't even know what a flaming fascist is or a racist. They get it completely the wrong way round. Do they realise we've just had Remembrance Day because we fought off the Nazis? The First and the Second World War. Most English people would have had family that died in that First or Second World War to fight off Nazism. The Nazis are the far left. Believe me, I do not lie. And go onto YouTube and type in what is the meaning of fascism. It'll come up, and then look at what the far left actually do. It's fascism. And do you know who the most fascist organisation is? Antifa. Now, there's a website called Antifa Watch. You can go over onto that website after this is uploaded. I will leave a link in the description. I mean, look at some of these comments. Why would you subscribe to DJE Media? Maybe because people don't like watching the BBC shit anymore. Now, I don't know what it is that DJE Media has supposedly done, but you get things like this. I'm sorry, but that is funny. Now, any of these auditors or anything like that, any of these auditors that have seen this page and everything else and haven't done a video on it, have just completely ignored it. Do you know what I'd do? I'd go on there and comment and laugh about it and just lap it up. Because if you're pissing somebody off, you're doing something right, aren't you? That's what I'd do. I'd take the piss out myself. There's nothing anybody can say to me that's going to offend me. We've got stuff like this, DJE Media, the gym. Apparently is a sex offender, according to this post. This is allegedly a sex offender. How true it is, I don't know. Now, I think this was what AY Audits was calling him a predator for. But then DJE Media did a repost defending his thing. Now, these auditors shouldn't be scrapping between each other. They should be helping each other. They should be working together. They are going to be the new media. And if they keep acting like this, it's not going to end well, is it? We've got some comments in them. I hope people are reading them. Billy Moore has helped a lot of homeless people. Yes, I know he has. I've been homeless myself. I was homeless for 15 years. I lived on the streets in Leicester. I stayed at the Dawn Centre on Conduit Street, next to the train station. I also stayed at the Park Hotel, further up on London Road. And I also stayed at Kennedy House in South Wigston, which is a homeless hostel. You get a lot of people coming from Glenparva on Tigers Close. And I slept on the streets for a number of months and years over in Leicester and Melton as well. So I know what it is to be homeless. I know exactly what it's like to be homeless. Now, I was homeless through my own doing. I wasn't addicted to any drugs, but I was drinking heavily at the time. I no longer drink. I haven't got a problem with it anymore. I don't smoke. I don't do any of that. And I've changed. But again, like I say, I hold my hands up and own that. I made mistakes in the past and I admit to them. So what other comments have we got here? We've got Yeah, Billy Moore, he is a sound sort of guy, I would say that. We've got somebody explaining what fascism is. It's equals fascist, legal, equals communism, equals Hitler. Hitler wasn't a communist. He was a totalitarian socialist. If you know, we research these things. He was a totalitarian socialist. He hated the Jews, obviously. He was very good friends with Mussolini. They had opposing views. I know that much. It was a strange setup. He was a bit of a strange man, was old Adolf. Yeah, but these are the sorts of things that we're seeing pop up on the internet more and more now. We've got lefty channels popping up on YouTube that are going to be in cahoots with the right channels or the far right channels. Now, when somebody comes up to me and says, you're fascist, you're a bigot, you're this, you're that, I say, yeah, I am. Okay, I am. And what are you going to do about it? I don't care what you say anymore. I don't give a toss what you call me. I honestly do not care, because I know deep down in my own heart what those words actually mean, and I know that does not reflect who I am. So they're just idiots, absolute morons. And if there's one thing to learn from all of this is that you cannot debate somebody from the far left. They will not listen. Remember, they've been brainwashed. They are under the control of government and mainstream media. They are not free thinking. They can't do any of that. They can't use their own brains. They've been programmed. No matter how much you try and tell them, they will completely and utterly deny whatever you tell them. Let's take a look at a couple more. So that's DJE Media's on there. There's a fair few on here. And again, I've noticed they're all anonymous posts. So all these people posting anonymous, apart from this David Wheeler, he's good on you, David, for posting with your face, showing your face. At least you've got some backbone, mate. But most of them are cowards. They haven't got the balls to show the face, which is why they cover the faces up at sort of events and stuff like that. Because nearly, I would say, 40-50% of them are probably university teachers, probably university students, probably come from a champagne socialist background, probably don't know what a bar of soap is or a bottle of shower gel or a can of Lynx for your bum chicka wow wow, you know. That sort of person, the ones that don't like sort of wash the hair, it ends up in one great big clump and they like to call it a dreadlock. Them type of people. So, I mean, what's this video here? We've got another chubby, gobby little turnip. This was on TikTok. I'm not going to... Let's have a look.
On Mystic Stream as well. You know, a lot of these Muslim lads.
So this is...
Do you know how many of them?
This is AY Audits.
Subscribing to my channel.
A lot.
Bro, they're all coming up to me. Not all of them, but a lot of them, yeah, coming up to me and being, and I'm saying to them, listen.
That is actually true. He does get a lot of Muslims coming out of the hotels and actually asking for the subscription of the channel. What their ulterior motives I do not know. But he is known as the hotel inspector. He walks into a hotel and shows people what is actually going on with these illegal migrants.
I'm going to be honest, they need to wake up as well. Yeah, because they are trying to destroy us from within. Yeah. And they need to stand up as well. Well,
because a lot of them are just normal lads.
Mate, they're moderate.
Yeah, they just want to crack on and just be left alone.
You see, my point of this is we've got these migrants coming over on the boats. Some of them will be actually fleeing persecution and things like that and genuinely hadn't got a passport and things like that. And they will be in these hotels, but it's these ones, most of them are probably throwing their passport overboard because they've done something criminal in the past or they don't want people to know who they actually are. And they're over here for a free ride because they're going to take holidays back to where they actually come from the year after. Some of them get picked up in big black 4x4s and bloody all sorts from outside the hotel. This has been proven by an actual manager of a hotel that was in Manchester. There's an interview online about it. So in a way, AY Audits is actually telling the truth.
Ambulance. It's the extremists which are painting them all.
So this sounds like it's a threat from an anonymous person. Hopefully see you soon, you little gobshite. That'll be interesting.
Like
Obviously Antifa or something like this, I think this page is run by.
The problem you've got is 90% of your religion base are extremists. 10% of them are probably good. I'm sorry. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? It is the truth.
I mean, they haven't even got the balls to post this under a name. They haven't even got the minerals to post this under a bloody name. What's this one? So, 3 total scumbags, gutless YouTubers. So they like to call them gutless YouTubers. Gutless YouTubers, but they post anonymously. Just saying.
Nearly had him.
Can't go in, it's a private property, yeah?
I'm just having a look, mate. You can't touch me. Can you not touch me, please?
Back up on gate.
Back up on gate. You can't touch me.
Back up on gate, please.
Back up on gate. You can't touch me,
Go
mate.
the property, mate.
Trying to figure out who this is. That sounds like either Ryan Rampage or Truth Hurts.
You can't touch me, mate.
Go outside, please. I'm requesting.
Yeah, I know, but you're touching me.
I could be wrong.
But I'm not gonna get out. I'm not gonna get out if you're touching me.
No, I know who this is. This is the new guy. He stays outside the hotels in his cars and stuff and actually sort of records the people coming in and out on the buses and stuff. He sometimes dresses as a nun. He's good. Go and watch him.
Can I get out?
I think he says in room 22. Rishmik, room 22.
Stand back and I'll get out. Get out of my space. I'm allowed to remove you from my space, please. I'm allowed to remove you from my space.
Now, I wouldn't call these auditors gutless. I'd call the people that are actually posting anonymously on here actually gutless. Completely and utterly gutless. Massive, absolute, complete and utter tits. If you had the guts to actually post with your face and profile, I'd probably respect you a little bit more, but I'm sorry, you're nothing but the scum of the earth. But then, on the other level, the people that are posting without the anonymous and they're actually posting, yeah, I actually respect them because they're entitled to their opinion. You do have free speech, you know. If you're going to spout your free speech, at least show your face so we know who it is we're talking to and dealing with, instead of hiding in the shadows down in the basement of your mum's house, watching a Timotei advert, having a flaming conditioner. You know what I mean? With your box of bloody Kleenex. It really does enrage me. It really does enrage me. Now, whilst I don't agree with all of the auditors, I do watch Charlie Veach sometimes. He's a little on the extreme side, and Billy Moore is known to have been on the extreme side. But again, if we didn't see this, would we know what it was like on the streets of Manchester, London, Liverpool, Leeds, and places like that? Would BBC show you this? Would the ITV or Channel 4 show you this? No, because they don't want you to know that. Now we've got stabbings every single day in towns and cities across Great Britain. We've got groomers and kids being groomed every day in towns and cities across Great Britain. Would you know about this? No, you wouldn't. So a page like this, and I think more pages, like this are going to actually show up. I'm just going to play the rest of this video whilst I go and do a chore. I'll be back in 2 seconds.
Yeah, you're not on my toes, you're not. What I'm saying to you is, I'm talking. What I'm saying to you is, you're not allowed to touch people. Yes, but you're not allowed to touch people.
You're not allowed to come in.
Yeah.
I'm allowed to do
Next time you touch me, listen. No, listen. Next time you touch me, I'm warning you. I'm going to put.
Please.
Let me speak, or I'm not going to move. Next time you touch me, I'm going to put you to the floor.
Yeah, all right.
You understand me?
Yeah, all right.
Yeah?
All right,
I'm twice the size of you. I'll put you straight to the floor.
That's a clear instruction.
Don't hit my foot.
That's all right.
Get off my foot. Get off my foot.
Sorry about that. We have to do some bedtime chores. Right, so yeah, this page, it's called UK Meets the Tyrants. Everybody welcome. Let's see who else we've got. You see, I find things like this quite interesting because these pages I follow, here we go. This is English Ned. Now, English Ned is a character, and I know that he's got history. I know that he's had it hard as well. I know that he's not to everybody's taste. Now, when you look at him, I thought he was a lefty because of the nose ring, the piercings and everything else. But believe me, he is far from a lefty.
No, Dan's not under scrutiny. He's put a video out and I think he explains himself pretty well. So I think that's the fair assessment. You know what I mean? He's a decent lad. He's treated me fucking well. I've got not a bad thing to say about that. So no, he's not under scrutiny.
Again, like I say, I don't know these guys. I don't personally know them. I don't personally get involved. I'll go out with my camera and I'll record what I like to record, which is the marquees down in town when the political left and the political right come out and people get a bit heated under the collar and all that sort of thing, you know, and they start calling, say, Reform Tent, they start calling them Nazis for no reason. They start putting targets on people's backs. We all know what happened over in Manchester with those 2 Jewish people at the synagogue, and the bloke's name was Jihad. We all know what happened there, don't we? And people get a bit heated under the collar and they go and shout, screaming this rhetoric at people and everything else without thinking first. They haven't got brains. Again, they've been brainwashed, and people don't seem to, you know, I don't know whether it's because I think differently. I am neurodivergent. Yes, I know that. But what else am I supposed to do? So here we've got, that isn't a video. This is another jobless bum. So what is it with these lefties that seem to think that these auditors are jobless? Do you know how much they're earning? Now, to me, they're saying jobless. Like, they're not the ones that, believe me, they are not the ones that don't know what a bar of soap is. Most of these lefties fucking stink. I mean, they reek like a cat litter tray that hasn't been cleaned out for several months. And that is no exaggeration, because I've been near them, and you don't want to be too near them for too long. Make sure, yeah. Now, this is Marty Blackburn. He's an auditor. He started out auditing like DJ audits and doing industrial estates. Then I think he started doing hotels, police stations. They go through these phases. Now, the lady next to him, I don't know what her name is, but she's only a small lady, but she's got some bloody bottle to do what she does. And this page has ripped the absolute hell out of her. I don't know if she's disabled or not, but what this page has done to that lady is absolutely sodding disgusting. Now, me, I'm thick-skinned. I'd be able to take that. I don't care what people say to me. Do you know what I mean? And it just, there's no need for it. There's just no need for it. Warning, this clip contains
Looking
strong
for love
language.
can be a tricky task, but some people find it harder than others.
You see, this is probably... I don't get why people would do this,
So what
but...
happens when these extraordinary singletons join the books of some of the...
Marty Bladbury is not single. He's got kids, so this is a propaganda post and full of crap, so it's lies.
country's leading dating agencies. We'll follow them as they take their first steps into the world of dating.
Yes.
We'll share their highs and their lows on their quest for love.
So, yeah, no, cheers, man. Let's not look at her.
You see what I mean? They just, yeah. That explains a lot about this page. They claim to be fighting against this type of thing, yet they've become exactly the same thing they're fighting against. And then they dox people. They dox the hell out of people. They attack people's Facebook pages, YouTube pages, things like that, to try and get them shut down. Here's DJE Media, who is nonsense and is protectors. So this is known as the Viking in the background. He sometimes worked for 2C TV as well, Maya 2C. So they're basically calling DJE Media one of those. Yet he's actually had nothing to do, as far as I'm aware, with children. So yet another lie. This is a propaganda post, a far left. Oh, they've had a go at him as well, have they? Wow. Now, he's actually a nice guy. I like him. I watch him quite a lot, and he's a good journalist. So who's this?
Bring it down, bring it down.
Don't you bring that me?
I told you not to go in there, we'll go somewhere else. She got kicked out of the club and she is pissed.
Put your phone away.
Sorry?
Put your phone away.
Wait.
Yeah, these lefties are really nice people. And we've got the old pasty basher there coming over and having a go at whoever it is.
Whoa.
I'm giving you
I'm not recording you, it's not all about you.
Away.
It's not all about you.
Sort your fucking mouth out.
Filming the flipping shop.
Sort your mouth out.
Who got kicked out of the club? Are you?
Now, this is where DJE Media should just leave it. Do you know what I mean? If they're under the influence of alcohol, they're going to get heated. Okay? And I don't agree with that. That's the side of it I don't agree with. fucking fighting everybody, she is. I mean, if she's going to I suppose if she's going to make a twat of herself in public, she won't do it again, will she?
Let me guess, you're going to do your stage, definitely having, prove it. Definitely having.
On the video.
It's not on video, mate. Where did I tell you?
No, sorry.
I told her that.
It attracted my attention. I filmed it.
What? Clearly got tattoos and short hair that don't.
I don't want to be on camera, so I'm going to keep approaching your camera. I don't get that. Mind you, they're lefties, aren't they? So, yeah, I sort of do get it. It probably wouldn't register in their heads, because obviously the brainwashing hasn't done them any good. Probably all the COVID jabs they've had and things like that, more than likely. So who's this? Slower by top. AY?
Listen, I'm going to be totally honest. Yeah, I'm going to say it on Mystic Stream as well. You know, a lot of these Muslim lads.
Right, that we've already seen that one. So I know that a lad called Cozzy, I put a video up a couple of weeks ago, no, about a week ago now, 2 weeks ago to the day actually. And Cozzy got into some trouble in Manchester with a trans woman, so a man, who was walking round, and Cozzy is usually quite a nice person. He can be a little bit antagonising and a little bit cocky, but that's Cozzy for you. And this bloke, he was a big bloke in a leather outfit. There's no two doubt. He all of a sudden found his masculinity and pasted the absolute hell out of Cozzy. So work that one out. We've got some comments coming in tonight. Saturday night, I thought everybody would be out. So yeah, there it is. I'm going to call this the end of the stream. That's the UK Meet the Tyrants. Everybody welcome. Everybody welcome. If you go onto this page and type I love auditors or something that's what they would class as far right, they'd probably block you. But everybody's welcome. That'd be a bit fascist, wouldn't it? There you go. This has been Straight Switch Photography. Thank you for watching this video. It's been an interesting one. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Go and hit the notification bell. Alert other auditors about this page on Facebook so they can come and have a look themselves. To, you know, because some of the stuff I agree with, other stuff I don't. But alert them to it. Share it as much as you want. And I'll hopefully see you in the next video. Roll that outro.
Let me in, yeah.